Well, we certainly live in interesting times. I'm sure every generation would say that. It's worth thinking about what events in each generation might cause them to make that statement. For us today, it's social distancing and this pandemic event that perhaps we don't fully understand because there is so much conflicting information. But it gives us pause. How we respond to this is so important. Do we purposefully keep our eyes focused on the positive, or do we allow fear to take over? I consider myself really quite lucky. Life is amazing. Despite the normal challenges of meeting our daily needs, planning for the future, navigating rough waters, and always keeping an eye on that world stage, I see the beauty in the world around me and in the people every single day. Difficult times often cause people to consider their own mortality. I'm no different. When the pandemic first came to light, I thought about it. And I'm at peace. My children are established. My husband would be fine. I hope and pray that when the time comes, I might be able to suffer gracefully, to continue in peace, and to hope in the joy of the lives of our children. People often turn to the idea of God when they can't make sense of things or when they're running a bit short on hope. Considering what lies beyond our understanding seems to provide an anchor for many of us. And we have to ask why. Why do we turn to God or the idea of a greater being? It's something to think about as we go through life every time our situation changes. Our humanity is known for an insatiable curiosity and sense of exploration. We can freely admit that we do a lot of couch potatoing, but in general, we are driven. Whether it's for a sense of pleasure or comfort or knowledge, whether it's for answers to unanswerable questions, we spend our entire lives seeking, learning, and growing. Our bodies hunger for food. We have emotions that hunger for love and comfort. We have a mind that hungers for knowledge and understanding, and a soul that hungers for, well, what exactly? Our physical senses crave to be satisfied by the beauty and the complexity of the world around us. We are spiritual beings. Our souls crave to know who we are, where we come from, what is our purpose, or maybe at least that we're walking in the right direction. If we were to stop seeking, to fall totally into indifference, that would be the death of our soul. Yet, spiritual beings that we are, many reject God and religion. Has God come so commonplace that it's no longer seen as important? Has religion become stale and misunderstood and misused, perhaps? Well, imagine being one of the 12 close friends of Jesus, one of those to whom he said, I will make you a fisher of men, who listened as he spoke about freedom without really understanding the freedom that he talked about, the freedom of mind and soul, the freedom to live and to love without fear, yet still seeing how his words touched other people and changed them. Imagine now your friend and teacher being crucified and then miraculously showing up behind a locked door where you're hiding, but then telling you that he has to leave so that you can grow and become the person that he wants you to be. What courage it must have taken to remain banded together and to speak out, risking life and limb. What was it that was so immensely and earth-shatteringly important, bigger than their human desires, and even bigger than fear itself, that would drive them forwards in their preaching and in their fishing for men? More importantly, how do we recapture that passion those first friends of Jesus Christ had? How do we rediscover what we cannot understand in our humanity, what lies beyond us? How do we regain the perspective that life is so much bigger than us? Everything that we experience is temporary, whether it's the greatest success or the deepest depression or the worst combination of cough and respiratory distress. And still, as small as each one of us is individually, we have an important role to play in this life. And we have a responsibility to continue to drive toward truth and goodness and justice. So here we are. If we were in a rut, eyes all but closed, they're certainly open now. Our routines, whether we walked them purposefully or half asleep, are broken. We've been given amazing opportunities to look out at the world in a different light, to see with new eyes those people and those activities that we took for granted. We have an opportunity to take our eyes off of ourselves and look toward others, to seek new ways of doing things, and perhaps to rediscover that passion and the drive to which we were born, to renew our search for that which lies beyond and for that which our souls crave. Be safe and be aware and pray well, and be sure to check the comments for today's song pick and let our streamers know that we're watching by sharing and commenting. Have a great day.